Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we've got something a little bit different for you guys. First of all, we're in the Queen Elizabeth. That should be different enough, right? I mean, it's a British battleship. What am I doing in a British battleship? I just ate a lot of ice cream really fast, so if I fumble my words, I'm gonna blame that. Because you know me, I gotta have something to blame, right? Never mind the fact that I'm going through my friends list right now. I apologize to everybody. But, yeah. I'm not gonna mention who I go after here. Who'd have thunk it? But yeah, so there's a couple things that happened over the weekend. First of all, I am we are officially a community contributor. We pretty much all knew this was going to happen. I was a community contributor with World of Tanks console when I played World of Tanks for the last couple years. And so that was fun. And they helped me grow my channel quite a bit. And now World of Warships Legends has stepped up and said, hey, we'd like you to come over and be a community contributor. So I said, absolutely. Pretty sure that's exactly what I said. So yes, one of the things that that means is I have the GraphSP on loan from Wargaming right now. So I'm working on getting you guys a GraphSP replay. I've had a couple good matches in it, and I don't dislike the ship so far. But I don't have quite a good enough game to post yet. You guys know me, I try to post my best games, and I don't settle, usually. That being said, I'm probably going to miss out on some early views, but, you know, it's fine. It's fine. You guys are awesome. You guys make all the views anyway, so, thank you. But that being said, we are in the Queen Elizabeth, and I'll be honest, you guys know I'm not the biggest fan of British battleships, but the Queen Elizabeth gives me hope. What do you mean, Spartan? Most people don't like the Queen Elizabeth. You're right. But it gives me hope because it's not the steaming pile of crap that was the Orion, then became slightly better in the Iron Duke, and is now slightly even more better in the Queen Elizabeth. Now this thing is fully capable of dishing out punishment. Uh-oh. Speaking of the GraphSP, how's it going? Oh god, he's got torpedoes, Spartan! Run away! This is gonna be painful. This is not gonna go well for me, guys. I'm not gonna lie. But it's okay, because we have two guns, big guns, and he's a cruiser. At his heart, he is a cruiser. So that makes him very, very vulnerable to very big guns. Luckily, he comes out and gives me the widest berth possible on his torpedoes, and then forgets that he has torpedoes on the other side of his ship. So I appreciate that. Meanwhile, I'm going to try my very best to sink him as quickly as possible by only being able to shoot him with the front guns. Now that being said, we have a destroyer to my left, and he is being unloaded on by this GraphSP. And he has yet to torp this GraphSP. You would think, as a destroyer who's getting shot, you would have torpedoes in the water, and that would be the end of this guy. But, nope. Sorry. Not a thing, apparently. But don't worry. We've only lost the majority of our health because we just got citadeled from across the map, and I have no idea who it was. Though I have a sneaking suspicion that it may have been a Fuso. And at this point, I am not very happy with this destroyer. And I say things along the lines of, dude, you're a destroyer! Use your torpedoes! And, yeah. So I wasn't very happy. Now, that being said, we still have 46,000 damage done already. So we can't really complain too much. We've done pretty well for ourselves. We've managed to survive, and because we've managed to survive, we've managed to be able to do things that battleships do, and the GraphSP can do, which is recover health. That's right, the GraphSP can recover health. it can also hit you with 8-kilometer torps, and it has battleship guns. More specifically, it has the Scharnhorst guns. 2 triple turrets of 283, I think? 283? That sounds right. 283 millimeter guns, making it the most devastating cruiser to be shot by in this game. When it hits you. If it hits you. That being said, the game is pretty close. We have a Königsberg over here, hiding behind a mountain. We have my suspected Citadeller sailing out in front of us, so a little bit of payback is going to feel pretty nice here. He's sailing broadside on, so even our armor piercing can inflict significant damage. Not the best damage in the world, but still significant. It's a good chunk of his health. And we're going to have a pretty awesome game in order to make something out of this. Now, he fires back and his guns do some decent damage, but we managed to get the better of the 2 exchanges. And now there is an Icarus running around. The Fuso is slightly better angled at us, but he's not moving as fast. So we go ahead and give him another salvo, and unfortunately we screwed that one up. We were trying to adjust for his turning, and we didn't lead him enough, and he got away with it. Now, our guy over in the right side of the map, where the guy came through initially in the Graf Spee, that guy's holding his own and is much appreciated, because I didn't really have time to help him. And he managed to not only take that side solo, pretty much, but now he's capping the base. And that is a very good thing. Meanwhile, this Fuso is trying to get away from us. And unfortunately for him, it's too little too late. And our teammates take him down. Now, our teammate in the New York, we have a decided numbers advantage against the enemy here. But most of my team is, much like me, missing more than a couple hit points. So we take a shot at the Icarus. I know it's armor piercing, but it's what we had, and we don't want him to get away easily. And look at that lead. That was beautiful. We only get 1 hit, but that was still a beautiful shot. So, yeah, not bad. I like to pat myself on the back every once in a while, but we're doing pretty good. We got 75,000 damage. We've managed to recover roughly a third of our health, so we're doing okay in that department. We're at 20,000 hit points. Still not preferable for going up against a big gun battleship like the Fuso, but I think I have better armor than the Fuso. So, and I know that I have a better player than the Fuso. Well, at least I assume that I'm always better than the person I'm against. It's not always the case. It gets me killed a couple times. But if I assume that I'm better than them, I play a little more aggressively. So, while it may not always be the case, I'd like to try to make sure that I have the advantage whenever possible. Now, we have 3 of the 4 caps. We are winning on points handily. We do not need to engage at this point, but where's the fun in that? You know me, I'm going to go out. I'm going to go out like a boss. I can't go quietly into the night. I just can't. It's just the way it is. So we have high explosive loaded because of this Icarus over here. Now, we have a cruiser that's still alive in the form of an Omaha. And in theory, that cruiser would just break off at this point and destroy this Icarus. In practice, however, that's not exactly the case, as this Omaha seems completely oblivious to the fact that the Icarus is over there and spotted. He did appear to fire his guns just a moment ago, but again, he seems to not care about the Icarus at all. Instead, choosing to go straight for the Fuso. Now, don't get me wrong, battleships can and will defend themselves against destroyers. But when you have a cruiser, especially a rapid-fire 152mm gun cruiser, that is fully capable of dealing very quick, high-explosive damage against a destroyer, it just makes sense. But, again, this is a competitive online multiplayer game, and what do we know about competitive online multiplayer games? Teammates don't care about the usual things. What you think is important may not be as important to your teammates. That Icarus over there should be everybody's priority. But we can't afford to go broadside to the Fuso, because if we do, we are not long for this world. And so I'm keeping my eye on the Icarus and trying to do what I can. We have been mostly unsuccessful. But just when I thought all hope was lost of having a teammate come through in the clutch to actually take out that stupid destroyer, our friend in the Omaha wakes up and goes, I'm in a cruiser with rapid-fire 152mm guns. I could shoot that guy a lot easier than these battleships can.
Our victory is in sight.
Yeah, you can, Sunshine. Look how quickly his health evaporated after you fired at him one time. And after the third salvo, wait for it. Oh, he's still alive. He ain't dead yet. But we have a Fuso to shoot at. So while we are now 100% sure that this guy will eventually kill the Icarus, and down he goes, we can focus our attentions on this Fuso. And now we lead to the moment of truth. This is going to come down to the whether or not I'm better than him. I have positioning. I was bow tanking. He's already fired at me and missed, so now I swing the rear around and I fire all of my guns at him. And then what do? Do I stay broadside with my low health? No! I managed to get a nice citadel, take over half his health, and now I go back to bow tanking. Now you'll notice that my buddy over here in the Omaha has launched some torpedoes. Now the Omaha and most American ships with torpedoes aren't known for their amazing torpedo range. However, this Fuso is within that range for him. But we're going to try to get everything we can off of him, and we do get some nice damage again. And unfortunately, the Omaha gets the glory with a torpedo hit. So, I think that was a pretty good little match in the Queen Elizabeth. And that you guys know what that means. On to the King George. That's right, we'll be looking at the King George here before long. 118,000 damage with a dreadnought and a high caliber. So if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.